2. That needs. There we go. There we go. And I think all right, let's do this. And we're live from the base bunker. How's everyone doing? Is anyone on here with me?
Oh. We're on here with you.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Hey.
Actually, let's do that. Let's do this. It's Brendan's show. It's Brendan's show.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Oh, wait. I just want to try something.
Don't make me the big picture.
There's been changes to StreamYard. Look at this. Look at this.
What do we got?
Oh, come on.
Show me the
Look at
options.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. You can do that.
That was some. That's some seriousness.
Well, the thing is, like, it's actually pretty good because if you're interviewing somebody and it's like, you know, the interviewer might get stuck with like the big box, and now it's easy just to move them around.
Yeah, I didn't know we could do that.
Well, we just got that. Oh, this is the other thing we got too. Just hold on a second. Hold tight. We got this now too.
Sorry.
We got that now too.
And then you'll be saved.
All right, that's some seriousness.
Super countdown, 30 seconds. With the and you'll be saved jokes, I'm actually hardwired today. I have an Ethernet cable running to my.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully there'll be less needing to be saved today. And also, I was telling Brendan I know it's Brendan's show here. I was telling Brendan that I'll put this back.
Oh, here, sorry, Mike. Well, oh no.
There we
I
go.
don't know how to do this. No, I was gonna try to make you the big one.
No, you're good. No, this is you. This is you. This is Brendan McMillan.
I'm not adept enough.
Brendan McMillan live. No, I was telling Brendan, it's like I did a bit of a shuffle with some of my gear and also the stuff that I brought to do the live stream on Sunday. And one of the things is like I am energy efficient, brackets lazy, so I like to just have everything set up all the time.
You're kind of wheeling and dealing. Sorry, tangent. You're really lately. You're just wheeling and dealing.
I'm
with
not
gear.
wheeling
It's
and
like
dealing. I'm just making upgrades.
You got gear in. You got gear out.
If I see something that
every day you're like, hey, check this out.
Well, no, I'm not like that. I'm not that guy. But it's just if I saw there was an upgrade available, and I looked at the dollar cost, I'm like, let's do that.
Mike knows how to turn a dollar.
Yes.
So, that being said, continue.
So anyways, we had our live stream on the Sunday, and then I swapped out one of my mixers, and then it was like 15 minutes to go, and I walked down into my office, and I'm like, I have nothing set up. I am not ready at all. This is going to involve a lot of energy to get this going here. So anyways, it's the end of my rant.
It's the end of my rant. You know, you're telling the story. I was just going to give you a little background music, like,
anyways,
so I sell this thing.
So I says to the guy, what's the best you can do? And he's like, the listing price. I'm like, all right, that sounds pretty good. So I'm not one for negotiating, really. Just tell me what you want. And we're good.
Tell me what you want.
Tell me something good.
Tell me what you want. Yeah, no, that's
sorry.
It's like some Seinfeld. It's a show about gear. It's just in Toronto, we have this Facebook group called All Buttons In.
Yeah.
And I can't speak for you guys, but I know there is mountains of time lost of me just scrolling through gear, going, "Oh, I want to buy it. I want to buy this." It's just used gear. People selling it to each other through the internet, so you can find really good stuff for it.
There's some
cheap.
tasty finds on there.
Yeah. So I don't actually pull the trigger on anything though. That's Mike, as I said, wheeling and dealing.
Not wheeling and dealing. You see, keep an eye open for certain things.
He's in the
and you might find
the mixer game right now, and you should see it's pretty.
There's a new Mike nickname.
What's that?
Just wheeling and dealing, Mike.
Well, again, with some of the live stream stuff, there's like we've all learned a lot the last couple months, in particular, as far as some of the gear that makes live streaming sound and look a little bit better. So, Yeah, no, with the mixer thing, there's one issue with the mixer that I had, and then I wanted to upgrade. So now we actually have extra inputs for the full band live stream. So I don't need to
Phantasm.
rig something together to get Brendan's bass going through it. I can actually just
Speaking
plug him
about-
into a channel like a
That's
normal
right.
human being.
Yay! I have a channel now.
A Chanel.
Sorry, I was just getting onto the YouTube channel here. Mini topic. I don't know if you guys have seen what's been going around right now. Apparently, with the new terms of agreement with Facebook, it's basically
I just saw that.
no music. I'll say, like, I've got a couple trusted YouTubers that I listen to that whatever they say, I assume that is gospel. And for what it's worth, I'm just gonna wait for Damien Keys to chime in on it, because he's been bang on with so much stuff that I've been like, I should just talk about that, and then 3 days later he comes out with a video
thing.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wait for him. But that being
Okay.
said,
I'm sorry.
well,
What happened with the Facebook? What changes? I actually
they
don't know. I
basically
can look at it.
like with the gaming, like just to tie it in with the gaming, like say I'm playing hockey and there's music that's licensed to Sony or Universal or something, they would flag it and they would just mute you. For the
That's it.
duration, for the duration of it, they would just mute you.
Well,
and also
that happens when I do play along videos to recordings, and I put the recording in and match my my bass up in Pro Tools to it. They always flag it. You can't
Yeah.
do that.
So stuff like that, like they're saying like no music at all. So like even
Yeah.
on live streams and stuff. So there's a couple like non-copyright strike music services that I think are going to explode in the next 2 months once people figure that out, because and the reason why I'm
How
on
is-
this mixer, I can actually put music through this and we can have background stuff.
Yeah,
but
because like
Live streams, everything, they want to flag all of it.
all of the music. So I mean, I'm not trying to like steal music when I play like a Led Zeppelin song or whatever and play along to the tune. It's like I just want to do a playing video, but so they're just gonna shut all of that down now.
From what I've seen, yeah, and like any covers, any of that
Like,
stuff.
what if you just play your own music? Like that's what I've.
It's
that's-
still-
I think
Go ahead, Dan.
no, I think that it'll still grab it based
Yeah.
on the fact that it's part of, like, if you're going through CD Baby or
That's
Apple
just-
Music,
yeah.
Spotify, iTunes, any of that stuff. From what I've read, yeah, it basically will grab anything like that. So
Oh.
if you're somebody that has, like, I guess you could call it unreleased material, yeah, I don't know, maybe you could get away with it. But then again, if it's grabbing things, it might be grabbing things like that, just thinking it sounds like something else.
It very
So-
well could.
That's you can't even play. So that's because that's where I'm at with the playing videos. Is I'm kind of making my own version of it, in with MIDI and stuff. So if I want to play
Yeah.
along, I just did it with the Teen Town cover. I just did the everything myself, so it wouldn't flag it and just mute it. But it says that's the thing though. I put up a bunch of Zeppelin and classic rock stuff because the '70s rock seems to they're really on their copyright stuff. They'll flag it right away, and you get this thing and it says, oh, this we've detected this song in your video, so we'll mute those sections. And then it says the countries where this goes into effect, and it's everywhere but Canada, US. So they flag it and they mute it, and it goes, and it's muted in like Georgia and Eastern Europe and all these places, but in Canada, US, it's not on the list.
Yeah,
of it's blocked.
it's-
so
that-
so it's
Wow.
like, what's the? I don't understand.
The
Isn't
jury's just
copyright-
kind of out on a little bit, like how it's gonna go down.
So
but
maybe this is them finally making a decision on it. What does everyone think in the comments? So that's going to force people to move away from Facebook.
well, that's what I think too. It's like, I still think when it gets down to it, YouTube is the better platform.
Could this be the rise again of MySpace?
No, because the thing is, I don't
I
think
wish.
I don't
I
think
love
it's Facebook. Well, no, MySpace. Well, in a way, MySpace is now Spotify. We've been over that.
Yeah.
Except you can't have your top 8. But I think YouTube is the better platform long term for creators and for musicians in particular for putting stuff. So I think this could be the mass migration of people that want to watch this type of content could be watching it over on YouTube.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why we're on StreamYard right now, and we are going out to two different platforms at the same time. But the issue I don't think is with Facebook as much as it's with the distributors, because the distributors want to make sure that they're able to collect for their artists. And if Facebook's just like, I'm good, or well, Zuck's just like, I don't want to do this, then that's kind of the easy workaround for it. It's like just go somewhere else and let them deal with it.
Don
So-
put up Facebook's been doing that for months now anyways.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were, because like
Flagging?
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll flag things, yeah, but in the live streams, like I've played tons of cover songs and I don't think we've ever had anything flagged.
And that's
Have
this
we?
is yeah, I think so. I've
We have?
I've
Yeah,
had
it
My
gets
Darkest
flagged.
Days stuff flagged. I posted a video of MDD stuff and it got taken down. There's only
Oh.
a few. On my actual musician page, there's a couple that they just for some reason left up, but there was a whole bunch of other MDD stuff that just got taken down. Even actually the MDD page, I still see stuff getting flagged on the Facebook, and you'll see, we'll like message and be like, "We are this band. Why can't we post our video?"
Yeah, and the infrastructure is just not there for it.
So
'Cause even
this
go
is
ahead.
for Lauren's question. She said, "What if you credit the band's music you're using in the caption? Will they still flag it?
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
still don't own it.
They just will."
Well, I was gonna say with YouTube, it's like when we're posting our own stuff up there and they do flag it. All I need is I need to send them a message saying like, we're the creative owners of this. It's through CD Baby. This is our account name, and then usually within minutes, it'll like unblock it and just kind of leave it yellow or whatever that means, where it's just like it's in warning territory, and then
Sure, will
it'll get
obviously.
removed. Like sorry, then it'll get released from that, and it'll be fine because it just wants to make sure like who's actually using it. So I don't know. I just think Facebook doesn't want to deal with that. But that being said, I think it's part of the transition that. Sorry, Daniel, why are you laughing at me?
Nothing.
Why?
No, I'm not
Why?
laughing at you. I'm reading Mike Patterson's comment in the chat.
No, the thing is that like TikTok got. I'm going somewhere with this. TikTok got access to like imagine Spotify. So when you wanted to use music, you would search TikTok for the music. It would add that music to your TikTok video, and now everyone's credited. Everyone knows what music you're using, and that makes it okay. Instagram has that now too. Instagram is owned by Facebook. So odds are they want to make sure if you're going to add any music, you're going through those channels so that the copyright, the licensing, the distribution, it's already all tagged together. And then that makes it okay. It's just the kind of weird Obzongi stuff where they're like, I don't know what this is. I know that it's music. It belongs to somebody else. We don't have proper copyright on it. We don't have the use for it. So we'll just not let anyone use that. So I think they just want you to go through those channels.
Those channels, yeah.
Yeah, which again, if I'm Facebook, if I'm
Yeah.
if I'm Zuck, that's what I would want people to do.
Yeah.
So what did you post on Jeremy there?
He said he's
Posted one of my
post-
own tunes on the right. So the song, even though ASCAP is listed as one of the right. Well, but that's the thing, Jeremy. Like even if you're one of the writers, Facebook doesn't know that.
No, it's just grabbing. It's just
Yeah.
grabbing anything.
Yeah, it's just like we don't know if you have the rights to use this, so let's
Yeah.
not do that at all. Even again with the gaming stuff with the hockey, because like every song on there is a song, and like it broke my heart that Danko Jones is getting me muted, because it's like it's awesome, but then I know my stream's gonna get muted in 10 seconds.
yeah.
So like I'm feeling it, but
That's dank.
I'm also
Danko.
sad. Yeah.
Man.
Anyway, so that's kind of big news for a lot. Like if it does go the way that they're talking about it, it's kind of a big deal for a lot of artists.
Yeah.
And
Old Zuck killing the vibe.
he's got to take care of his.
I mean,
know,
I'm
hundreds
afraid
of
to say
billions.
his name. It's almost like we're gonna do the Harry Potter thing, like he whose name should not be spoken.
No, speak it. See if he wants to help out with the radio campaign.
He must be.
Yeah, hit that
really-
green.
Yeah,
Hit that green button there, Zuckerberg.
yeah, right.
You know what's cool? Like $1 million. You know what's super cool? Donating $1 million. to
Donating $1
band.
million
Yeah.
dollars.
That's
to a
super cool.
band. That's
That's
awesome.
really cool.
Well-
NAFTA got it figured out.
Bands are like charities, right?
Yeah, pretty much actually.
Charity of
These days.
no, they're not. Yeah, these
These
Mike's
days
wondering
they
how
are.
many rappers get flagged. Well, probably the same amount as anybody else, because I don't think it's not they're not going after one kind of music over another. I guess it's not an algorithm. Mike, how do you explain that? Like it
Oh, it doesn't
grabs
matter.
it
Yeah.
based on, it's the same way that like Shazam and things
Which
like
is
that
like
grab.
dark arts magic to me. I have no
Yeah.
idea how Shazam can be like, oh, that's superstition, and you're in like a packed bar and people are talking, and you're like, how do you know this?
Soundhound is the one that gets me because you can hum it. Like you can literally hum the tune of a song, and it'll tell you what it is.
Well, that I can wrap my head around because we do have like voice or audio to MIDI now. So odds are you could probably take that, shove that into an algorithm that would say, okay, probably one of these songs, and find another thing with pitch, like with the tempo and the key and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can wrap my head around that, but like, I remember the first time I saw saw Shazam working in real time, I was just like, this is not good. Like, like the movie Terminator is real. Like it starts with Shazam, and the next thing they know, the singularity happens and they want to take over. So it's the natural progression of things.
Well, and Mike's saying, does Pepsi get flagged? And as crazy as that sounds, that kind of stuff, you do when you see like music videos and stuff. You can't show the full logo. You have to cut it off like halfway.
Yeah, there's like rights and stuff to that, but that's actually
Like, are they gonna flay? Right.
And we'll be saved.
oh, it muted Brendan. It muted him. Shut him down.
Wow, that's crazy how quickly it did that.
Oh, he's back.
Oh man, the algorithm.
Just got you.
Skynet is kicking in. It's like, get out of here.
Just got you.
It's like soul rhythm algorithm.
That belongs to Michael Jackson's estate.
They're very close.
I don't know
Soul.
why. That's what the Facebook censors talk like. They're very sinister. It's cookie. It's like a Cookie Monster. Like,
you ever seen those like Banhammer memes?
No.
Or like there was a big thing years ago about Banhammer for games and like chat groups and stuff like that, and there'd be like this big intricate like Banhammer animation where this huge like Thor would come down and like smash and like everything explode and be like banned. I wish Facebook actually did that when people got banned on Facebook, when they got put in Facebook jail. Like the browser like just started shaking and then like just the screen would look like it's cracked and it'd be like,
it would add a little bit of brevity to the situation, just
out of nowhere.
Just like, yeah.
Or like you'd start clicking on something, it wouldn't work. Banned. Oh.
Or there's that one where it's the guy at the computer and he goes and he sees something and he hits nope. And then it goes up to a satellite, and the satellite just launches a laser down and just vaporizes it. It's like, they should just do that. They should just, except it's your profile. And they just go, no.
And you just see the singed aftermath.
Yeah.
Or it'd be good, too, is if, like, it took control of your cursor, and then it, like, went into, like, settings.
No.
And then, like, went down to advanced settings and went to, like, delete profile. And then, like, are you sure? And then clicked on it.
And then just did it, yeah.
And then, like, a screen came up after that. It was just like, just so you know, this is just a warning. You have 7 days to clean up your act.
That's not real. And it's just, you remember from Jurassic Park? Where, I don't know his real name, Newman's going,
Yeah, exactly.
It's just something for,
Say the magic word.
And depending on the infraction, it just does that for a predetermined amount of time.
Every time you log in.
Every time you swear, it's like 2 hours of that.
Facebook should just hire us.
2 hours is
Yeah.
Man.
Just pack in the music thing and just work for Facebook.
In 20 minutes, we've done more research and development
pretty much
for Facebook than
MySpace is going to send us an email soon and be like, hey,
yeah,
pretty
soon
So,
they're going to tag the color green. They're like, you don't own the color green. Take that down. Get it out of here.
You could almost use that as a green screen if the shadow wasn't so bad there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be in Jurassic Park right now. It could be raining where you are.
You could be
That's
in
right.
Delaware.
Hi, I'm in Delaware.
Hi, I'm in Delaware.
Anytime we've ever gone through there, that's exactly what I think.
We say that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to go back.
When did we go through Delaware?
I'm guessing 2017.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was right at the start. That was
Probably.
One of the
I know we've gone through Delaware for sure a couple times.
It was early on.
I wanted to go back to the comment about the Pepsi flagging because Instagram does see faces. It does recognize faces. It recognizes, like, I swear, it recognizes animals and stuff like that. So the idea of having like seriously trademarked like logos and stuff like that, it has to recognize those too.
like the images.
I would imagine.
Yeah, like the
so.
Pepsi logo,
Yeah.
Coke logo, like all that. It's got to be able to recognize all that stuff as well. So
If people's phones
not really going
can,
anywhere with this, but it's interesting.
if people's phones can recognize their faces when they've got like glasses on and when they don't have glasses on and stuff like that, I feel like we're there.
I feel like when they're working on facial recognition, someone like they're like, "Oh, it's working," and it's just like, "Yeah, but does it work on Dane?" And the guy's like, "What do you mean?" And then holds a picture of you with like glasses on and like a toque and scarf, and you're taking a like photo shoot, so you're like this, and like, no, it doesn't work on him.
I went to get cigarettes the one day, and because like we have masks for COVID and stuff, I was covered from here down with a mask, from here to here with sunglasses, and then I had some kind of accoutrement on my head, and so I go up to the window, and the girl's like, "Could I see your ID, please?" I hand her my ID, and she looks at it, and she's like, "Do you think you could take the glasses off?" And I can see her trying to make the distinction in her head of like, what do I ask him to take off right now? Like I gotta ask him to take something off so I can see his face.
Mask, glasses, you're just.
But yeah, either. And so I took off the glasses, and she's like looking at me. She's like, and I could see her just be like, "Okay, I'll take the fine if I'm selling some young kid."
Next
stuff now.
time, you should go in with like the obviously lowered voice. Just go, "Hi,
Hi.
one cigarettes, please."
What? One cigarettes, please.
Oh my.
Oh man, that's good.
Oh, times of COVID. It's good times.
It really is though.
We have to figure out how to put. There's got to be a way to put an image up on the screen, like just on my screen. If I'd be like, say, that meme, and I can just put it up for a second. There's got to be a way to do that on this.
I was thinking about that because Dane was asking about it.
Because they can do this. What actually happens at the end?
It just, I don't know. Hopefully.
It's better be good.
Okay, guys.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know if I can wait that long here.
Oh, okay. It's getting exciting now. It's a hi-hat.
And then we're saved.
Wow.
And then you'll be
Never saved.
saved.
I was excited.
Okay, that's not too bad. Well, at least everyone shared that moment with us. That was good.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, do not tell me where that button is. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm putting that away.
I don't even know where it is, and I don't want to know.
I'll put that in the comments after for StreamYard because I always ask like at the end, like, is there anything you can do to improve this? It's like, yeah, can you get rid of the countdown because it's making things bad.
Oh, max video length 5 minutes, so we can put any video in there.
That's true. We could put
Interesting.
Oh, you can actually load
300-second
videos for
countdown in there.
Yeah, right.
that. My goodness gracious.
That's what you need.
You could literally just put the entire, like an hour's worth of countdown.
You'd have to keep putting countdowns, and you have to put 12 countdowns in there at 5 minutes.
Well, that's just not cool.
So we got to actually be in the same room the other day. Well, outside.
Same physical
Same
distance
physical
space.
It was like an outside room.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been a while. It was
Weird
fun
times. It was nice, but we may or may not have done a photo shoot.
though. We may.
We may.
Definitely more may. The
No.
the picture on Instagram that was from it.
But it definitely reminded me of another photo shoot because
Segue.
as you can tell, I'm very segue.
As
As you can tell, I'm really ginger, and it was really hot. The sun was killing me, but it reminded me of we did a photo shoot in the desert once with My Darkest Days. You may remember that, and it was us in the desert with all our instruments. And I will have you know, we were in West Texas, and we actually dragged a drum kit like couple 100 meters out into the desert. It was enough because we were in all our band gear and pulled it out there and took pictures of us jumping and walking up. So that was my idea, was walking up a giant sand dune. And they're like, yeah, Brennan, great idea. Let's go like way out there on that sand dune. And I'm like, oh, great.
Man, I have to say, when people see some of the coolest photos that are out there, they don't realize sometimes the insane lengths that people will go to get those like really good shots. I'm sure that we've probably all got like.
Well, what's your best story, Dan? What's like?
Okay,
yeah, my great story was I was hot.
Well, that's actually
photo shoot. It was hot.
It was. I mean, it was hot.
My best story is I didn't even know that it was in a bad thing until it was in a bad thing. So I wasn't. You would have been uncomfortable and hot the whole time. So that would have been worse. But no, I did a photo shoot where the photographer had kind of scouted this location, and it was on the water, but it was like a set of rocks that went out into the water. And so he had picked, I don't know anything about tides, high tide, low tide, whatever. And obviously neither did he. He just knew what time of the day it would look good. And so we walked through this kind of like weird, like kind of along the shore to get to this rock part. And then I had to walk way out onto these things. And I had some to drink that day. And so I'm walking out there and I'm like, I'm trying not to fall, but I've got the tightest pants on that I'd worn in a long time. And I was new boot goofing too. So that made it worse.
Oh, new boot goofing.
Yeah,
That's
was
combo.
It was, yeah, it was a good combo. I will find this picture and post it to the Instagram at some point, probably tomorrow. I'm sure I can find it by then. Anyways, by the time we got the shot, now the shot was really cool, but by the time we got the shot, we turned around to go back and people were yelling at us because like the tide had come in and we couldn't get back the way that we had came. And so I looked at the guys and I'm like, so what way do we go now? And they were freaked out. Like they were more worried than I was. Alcohol might have had something to do with that. But I shouted over to the people that were at the other side telling us like, you guys got to get out of there like now. And so I asked them which way to go. And they're like, you're going to have to go this way. We got a little wet, but not too much. But they said when we got out of there, the guys at the other end, they were like, if you guys hadn't gotten out of there within about 5 or 10 minutes, that whole part would just be water and you'd just be banging up against the rocks. And I was like, what a fitting way to end a photo shoot. Just banging up against some rocks.
The things we go through.
The things we do.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
The one you guys know by now, I'm not a big fan of photo shoots and video shoots.
You love them.
The one that comes to mind, if anyone has seen the album cover for Age of Days of Radioactivity, I wish I had it close at hand right now. And I don't know where I've cleaned off the shelf of everything, and I don't know where it is.
Very cool shot, though.
Anyways, that album cover, it's like us walking through this like hilly area, and it's like actually this is another first.
Oh, what's happening?
Oh, are we?
I'm gonna try something here.
I think I know what you're gonna do. That's just how smart I am.
I'm slightly concerned about what might happen. I try and do this.
I'd say do it.
Oh, no, give me a second here. Give me a second. This will be worth the wait. I promise me. I promise you guys. I promise everybody. Just wondering if I can do this. Share screen. Okay. Look at that.
Heavens to Betsy.
Look at that.
Nice.
Okay. So that album cover, this is like, that's not like Calgary or anything in the background. That's all Photoshop. But shout out to Brent, Tim, and Matt there from Age Days. So we're on like this crazy hilly area, and Ollie, the photographer, he's like, we found this really great spot. Tim and Ollie went and checked it out, and we were out there, and it's like we had to like hop this fence, and you're in this like, it feels like you're in this like cow pasture type thing, and we start walking out, and it's like we've all experienced mosquitoes. But this was like over the top. This is by far the worst experience I've ever had with mosquitoes. And it's like, it was gradual. It's like the further we got from where we parked the car,
the worse it got.
The worse it got. And it got to the point where I'm at, because like we're all wearing short sleeves and, you know, like imagine your arms are covered with mosquito. And like, as you wipe them off, they just come in behind. It's like that scene with like Homer when he shaves. And he's like, there we go. And then it just pops back out.
Like the kid with the shampoo when he's washing the shampoo and the kid behind him keeps putting more shampoo on his hair.
Yeah, it's like, it was like that. It was just brutal. And it was like after a while, it was like laughably bad. Where we're just like, this is ridiculous. And poor Ollie's trying to like take pictures and like get it. And like you can see mosquitoes like land like Ollie and I have the same haircut. And you could see the mosquitoes like landing like picnic bench style, like feasting on the guy's head, and he's like, the hat does nothing, and like it's all on his arms and stuff, and he's getting eaten alive, and we're all getting eaten too. And you guys know Diesel, who we brought out on the last headset tour.
Yeah,
Diesel's the most chill guy. You could take Diesel's shoe and throw it in the river, and you're like, well, that sucks, that wasn't cool. Yeah, you're like, yeah, like, but he'd be like pretty chill about it. It's like you wouldn't want to do that to the guy, but he's pretty chill. But like even Diesel, because he was there too, he's a session guitar player. He came out with us, and even he was like getting irritated. we all basically want to nuke the planet, and Diesel's irritated. So I know that's how bad it is, sort of thing.
I snorted.
But anyways, it was that was the worst photo shoot, because there's a lot of things in life where in my mind, like all things are temporary. Good times, bad times, they're all temporary. So as bad as that was, I'm like, I always visualize where I'm probably going to be later on in the day, and where we're going to be at a show, or we're going to be at, you know, at Tim's place, or we're like, I just kind of visualize that. I'm like, eventually we'll just kind of be there. And at that moment, like when it comes to like, I almost was like a meditative state of like, I am so here and so here in the now. And so present, because I'm losing like blood by the pint to these mosquitoes.
In that picture, is that what you're doing? Because you're like, have your hand behind your head, like, so you could be scratching.
Well,
from a
there's
mosquito.
also like you're doing your picture stuff, and there's always the guy that's like looking off to the side and like scratching his head. And it's like,
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Like I'll be that guy, but like, I don't want to say I was mad, because I was beyond mad. Like I was really upset that like with the food chain, we needed to have these bugs in this field. Mm-hmm. You know, it was.
Ollie does find some. There was one photo shoot that we did with Age of Days where we were on like the side of a cliff, and I just remember him being like, "Yeah, keep backing up. No, back further. And again, like I have sunglasses on, and
were you there on the one? Because there was one with Matt in particular. I gotta put this. With Matt in particular, I don't know if you can see my cursor. I guess not. Far right on the album cover, and it's like the way it was, because I think we're in Drumheller or something like that near Calgary, and there's all these like crazy rock formations and stuff like that. You know how to describe it, and it was like, it reminded Matt of some Star Trek episode where I guess someone runs out with like a rock and like throws it or something. Anyone who knows Star Trek will be like, is going to get mad at me because they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But he kept like wanting to recreate that. And it got to the point where it's like, okay, they're gonna do that. And there's like video of it or pictures or something like that. It was pretty funny. Again, there's definitely some times with some of the photo shoot stuff where, you know.
I feel like Ollie is like a catalyst though, because every time, because there was that other time where remember the giant rabbit in the middle of Calgary? We were in the middle of like downtown Calgary, and we were in a parking lot, and there was a rabbit that I swear had to have been like maybe 3 feet tall. Like that rabbit was huge, and it was so close to us that I thought I could catch it. And so somewhere Ollie's got a video of me trying to chase down this rabbit. And
You
it
probably got some gold.
yeah, I didn't get it, but
Oh, I want to show this one here. Jeremy said, shot a video outside on my kit in 50 degrees Celsius.
oh,
No, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. 50 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit?
I think
For-
he means Celsius. That's
Because 50
Fair.
degrees Celsius is like wicked hot.
that's really, really, really hot.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's like beyond what we usually even. So if
Uh,
it was, but if it was 50
you go to-
Fahrenheit, then that'd be
that'd
super
be cold, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea of having a stroke. So
I
either
think he
either
means
way,
it was really hot.
it sounds bad. Either
Sounds
way.
like the Southwest. Even,
Yeah.
especially right now, they have the heat kettle. I'm sure Devin can attest to that. But so, Mike Patterson, you wanted the story of the porn star dancing photo shoot or video shoot? That Jeremy's story. That's it right there. 50 degrees, near stroke levels, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, they hired some female talent. And,
Hired some ladies.
Went to a gentleman's club.
They did their job. No, we didn't even. It was at the Hard Rock Hotel, and we
Went
were
to the
so-
Hard Rock Hotel.
We were so wiped. It was so hot after, and they made us do it so many times. We were just like dead. It was crazy. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty hot, hey guys. Well, let's do it again, and again,
So hot.
and again."
So hot.
Hey,
Things
one
that-
more time.
So hot. Things that probably look awesome on paper.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys are thirsty. Here's some Jägermeister."
Oh, great.
That'll
Oh.
quench your thirst
Yeah.
and keep you guys behaving.
Yeah, it has what cows crave.
Oh, good times at the shoots. Someone was asking about the Age of Days video shoot that, like, I think it was for Did It for Love that never got released. You really should put that out. Like, it's still good, but yeah, like that's another one too. Like, it was pretty hot that day, and I think the highlight of the day, well, the highlight that I can talk about of the day, we were in this really cool like classic car junkyard sort of place, and I'm pre-editing things I can talk about. But anyways, with the way that the drums were, like they wanted to have like everyone's kind of playing in the junkyard thing, and it was this cool, and like all the cars around and stuff like that, and they wanted to have like the drums on like the hood of this car, but like the hood was not large enough for a drum kit. And it kind of, I think it like got to the point where it's like you can't really have all your drums on it if we're gonna do this. And I'm just like, I barely have a lot of drums to begin with, so like I'll look like I'm in a jazz band if I have what can fit on this thing.
It's
like
Buddy Rich, guys.
It's like, yeah, it's a rock band. Like our drummer's like a busker, so he just kind of has the kick, snare, hi-hats or something. But no, that was pretty funny. Like the amount of time we tried to do that, and then yeah, just like making props like in real time. Spray paint and stencils and just all the behind the scenes stuff that people don't ever get to see with things. So it's always a good time with the photo shoots and video shoots. But it was a super cool location because it had like really cool vehicles.
Yeah.
That they'd kind of chopped together and done some cool stuff with. Even this like the main prop was this like big black rocked out bus, and it was super cool. Even as a prop, so fun times.
Fun times.
Cool.
You have a good photo shoot story?
I'm not a big fan of photo shoots.
Okay,
either.
so
Dane does like
all right.
1,000 photo shoots. Like when I met Dane, it was just like, oh, I got a photo shoot like Wednesday and Sunday, and there's like 2 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've got a photo shoot. I'm flying out to Montreal, doing on Friday, it's Saturday morning.
That's so not true.
We'll rehearse on Sunday.
Oh,
you're fired, by the way.
But I did.
Oh man, my drink matches the lights. Sorry, I just had.
Oh, that
You could green screen all that
I
stuff.
didn't
out.
even mean to do that.
You could have a big Pepsi background.
You could just
and
have like a
Pepsi-
floating.
Pepsi
You could
can.
have a floating bottom and top of your can.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I had one video shoot that we did where, like the point of the video was drinking, And so it was just like, and it was funny because when they showed up, people were putting like iced tea into a Jack Daniel's bottle, and I started to laugh. I was like, no, like I've got the booze over there because I brought like 2 cases of beer, and so we get to the end of the video and we got everything we needed. I woke up the next day and I was like, where is my guitar? And where's my amp? And so I called the guys. I was like, hey, like I remember packing up and everything, but like, did I put my guitar in your guys' trunk? And they were like, no, you put it in the cab. So I left my 335 and my Bassman in the back of a cab, and had to track that down the next day.
You got it though?
I found it. Yeah. And that was the hard part is I just flagged the cab. So I didn't even know what cab service I had gone with. So I just had to call random cab services and just ask them. And luckily, and so the guy brought me my guitar and my amp back, and it was funny because I think I had like $80 left, like to my name. And I gave him all the money I had. And the dude looked at me, he's like, that's it? I was like, dude, this is the last like 8. You can tell what I do for a living. Like, I don't have more. But yeah, so that was, I guess that's not really a good, that's not a good story.
It's a good, like,
I guess it's a good ending.
A good ending. Yeah, and choosing our words wisely there.
Never released the video, but you know, it was a day. It was something.
Don't
to do,
feel bad, Dane. Even Yo-Yo Ma did that. He left his cello in a cab once.
Oh, you got
seriously?
Yeah, wasted and left his axe in a cab.
In a cab. Yeah, that's a real story apparently. That he left his gazillion super expensive cello in a cab and just like went home. And then, just like, oh my god, I have to get that back. That's really important that I get that back.
That is not Yo-Yo Marvelous.
I think he was just tired.
And that's the thing. It wasn't like I was like fall down obliterated drunk or anything. It was a long day of drinking beer, and I wasn't really present of mind. Yeah.
As an old friend used to say, beer, that's not drinking.
No, it was just work juice.
And to which I replied, no, that's drinking. Pretty sure that's drinking.
It still brings out the bad guys.
I just imagine that Yo-Yo Ma episode where he realizes that he lost his cello. It's kind of like Home Alone, where the mother realizes that she forgot Kevin and she screams Kevin.
And he screams
cello.
Cello.
That could be. There you go. We're full of good ideas here. Home Alone 7 is actually about Yo-Yo Ma losing his cello.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so
and
good.
Trip to New York.
Cello.
I don't know where
it
was.
He could team up with Macaulay Culkin. He's like, I know all about this. Don't worry about it.
We can relate.
I feel like Macaulay Culkin would be into it.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear they're considering doing a remake of Home Alone?
I did.
Did you hear there's a petition going around right now trying to get Macaulay Culkin to play Kevin, but like not in a way where he would like be old Kevin. He just like they would treat him like he's Kevin. And I think that's genius. I hope Netflix does that. I hope Adam Sandler makes it the Happy Madison production and redoes Home Alone and does that because it would be awesome.
That's a thought. That could not be funny.
It would be pretty funny.
Okay, so New York, 1999. Musician Yo-Yo Ma forgot his $2.5 million cello, 266-year-old cello, in the trunk of a taxi Saturday, but police tracked it down at a garage in Queens in time for his evening concert.
Can you imagine how many people on the planet where if they realize, if it's like, oh, this is someone's cello, okay, cool. But if it had like, this is worth 2.5 million, imagine the amount of people on this planet that would just take that cello and just put it in a closet and close the door and walk away.
Yeah.
and be
then it
like,
would
I
sit
will
there.
see you in 5
I'll
years.
see you in a little while when people stop talking about
But then
you.
again, it probably loses its value when it's stolen.
He had a good
It's not like
I
a
don't know,
diamond.
because it was probably like a Stradivarius or something like that.
Yeah,
he had
but
a good
they wanna
excuse though. He
track
played
it down.
Carnegie. He was in a rush. He said, "I was in such a rush. I was so exhausted. I'd given a concert at Carnegie Hall. No big deal. Last night. I just forgot."
Jeez.
I wish I had that good of an excuse.
Yeah, some people and their problem. He just he just shows up at the hotel or whatever, and it's just like, I've got my bag here, got my satchel here, and wait a second, where's my cello?
By Scott, that cello's
Satchel.
gone.
Yeah, just like every night, I go up to my room and I put my cello behind the door. Oh my God! Oh no! Oh, this is not good.
I wonder what
This
a
is bad.
$2.5 million instrument feels like to play.
Oh man.
Well, Brennan,
Probably feels a lot like it.
someday that bass will be worth $2.5 million. So it probably
Mhm.
feels like that. So what you need to do is go to the street, hail a cab, let's put it in it,
Leave it in
let
there.
them drive away,
Yeah.
and then that's what it feels like.
Probably.
And then you wake up in the middle of the night and
Probably.
just scream bass.
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 All right, well, it's an Ernie ball. Ernie.
Balls.
This one's name Ernie. This one's name Ernie. No, it's not.
Bert.
Oh man, no, bringing it full circle, but it was fun with the live stream
Mhm.
at Dane's parents' place. I will admit I was concerned about doing it outside, mainly because of the lighting.
Yeah.
And this is a real talk thing.
It was good,
Because
though.
of not naming any names, but because of some people's complexion. If the sun is really bright and we don't have any way to fix any of the, because like I was getting washed out. So it's like at that point, I was like, we're not going to see anything. Like,
Yeah, you're just gonna you're gonna turn the camera on. It's like,
yeah, like Brendan's
blinding
going
white.
to look like one of those like canceled Mortal Kombat characters. It's going to be like super white with his mask on and acoustic bass thing. And I'm just like, okay, hopefully the sun goes down enough. So yeah, it did work out because I thought it did look pretty good. The sound wasn't the issue. It's just the visual of it. Trying to make sure it looked good too. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it was pretty fun.
That was funny.
And it was fun with Dane's neighbors too, because like I was not expecting them to get activated like they did.
No, they were into
Definitely
it.
activated the neighbors. That's
The
for sure.
second, I think the second they heard the hand drum,
Oh, the
the
cajon?
cajon, I think that was like they were thinking, okay, something's going to happen, and then
Something's gonna happen.
they started peeking in through,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that they're probably all on like a thread somewhere on a social media, so they probably were all just like, oh, something's going on in the back of the Hartzell's place. Check it out.
I hear Dane screaming again.
It's
What's going on?
Yeah,
yeah,
it was, and then the thing that for me was when you did the hell yeah thing.
yes, that
And
was
they
fun.
yelled back. I didn't check to see if they could actually hear that on the feed, but I could hear that, and it made me laugh. It was
I
pretty
kind of
funny.
forgot how fun that was.
Yeah.
When you do that in the hell yeah, and people say it back, and it's like, oh wow, yeah.
Even if
people
they don't like the
listening to
band,
us.
they'll still do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Everyone
it's
loves to give a hell
like
yeah.
a little kid hands you like the toy phone. It's like you have to answer it. You need to hear it.
I think the first time that I saw someone do that was in Nashville. I can't remember who it was.
What
but,
the hell yeah
but-
thing?
Yeah, but Willie Nelson does it a lot too. Everybody loves to shout
okay.
hell yeah.
Oh, it was pretty good.
Cindy's saying no one sees her yet.
I'm just scrolling through the chat right now because
Yeah, me too.
the chat's been.
Chat's been
Jeremy
popping off.
was saying I always use metric system around you guys. Celsius is hot. Crazy. I work in
awesome.
metric all day. It's weird. I know metric system better than you. That's the thing. People are like, Fahrenheit. I'm like, only Fahrenheit I know is like between 350 and 450 because of the stove, like because of the oven.
Yeah.
And so anything below that, I'm like, okay, colder than boneless chicken for 30 minutes. I don't know. Sounds hot.
I know between 70 and 80 really well because when you have a pool when you're a kid, that
Yes.
can make a
Okay,
big
yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
The thermometer,
That is
thermometer we
true.
had, it had them both, so you could see the equivalent.
Mhm.
Right? So
That is true.
Yeah, nobody wants it at 70.
No, it's too cold.
I like it at 70 actually.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I like a brisk.
A
Cool. Translates into I would still go swimming very late into the season because they're like, oh, it's 70. I'm like, great.
I can't remember where we were, but like I don't know if anyone remembers, but when we were on tour, you usually use the pool. But there was one in particular. I remember walking down the hall, and the maid like gave me this look, like, "Where are you going?" Because the pool was outside, and like that was the look. Was like, okay, like you may have
it's really
issues.
cold, you know.
Yeah, like the pool's really cold, but like again, there's little moments of happiness when you're on tour and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm gonna get in the pool. It's fine, like, because in like the next 18 hours, I will be either in a venue or in the van, so I'm gonna go get in the pool. And like, put the foot in, and it was like cold. I'm like, okay, and then you get the rest of the leg in. Okay, this is definitely cold pool, and then anything past that, it's like I've really got to commit to this. Like, how bad do I want to go swimming right now? And all I think about was like there was this Marines thing. You've probably seen it flying where they get in like this like cold like mucky water, and the part of the thing is like they have to stay there until like 3 people quit, and like that's the test. And like quitting is like a big quit. It's like you're done sort of thing. And I had that in my mind that like some people could just mind over matter this. And so like that's what got me in. I'm like, there are people
You gave yourself the
that are like,
simplify.
you know what? I'm gonna go in because you know what? There's worse things in the world than cold water. Because like as some of those photo shoots were like, you would be like, I wish we had water. I would take 50 degrees Celsius water right now. Like just anything. And so yeah, I got that. That's kind of my cold pool story. And I remember like I was not in there very long. I would say I technically did go swimming in the pool, but it was freezing. And then yeah, the maid, she gave me a look when I was coming back. I was like, yeah, I got in the pool.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool. You were right.
You happy with yourself now, huh?
Yeah. You always got to be right, person I don't know and never will see again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
I know that face when I see it.
The pool was cold.
You told me so.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a lot of It's funny sometimes when we're thinking of stories. I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but like you start thinking of a story and you're like, can't say that, can't say that.
Oh yeah.
And then you kind of just quiet. Like you just kind of like garbage the the thought piece of paper and just toss it off. So like, yeah, that's for a book or something.
I just hate it when I get most of the way through a story and then I remember that the end is inappropriate, and so I'm already to the catch point, and so I feel like I'm like, okay, like my body's almost all the way in the water. I might as well just dunk my head, and I guess that's probably what gets me in trouble. But but yeah, I feel like that is an ongoing battle.
Yeah, you get to the end of the story, and you're like, and then everyone went to bed.
Yeah. So
and then we all went home.
We had cocoa. We put a crap ton of marshmallows in it, and yeah,
had pop and chips, and
yep.
that's about it.
We all called our parents, said I love you, and went to bed.
That was it.
And we were saved.
And you'll be saved.
And then you'll be saved.
So, anyone in the chat, would you like to see us do another full band acoustic live stream again? I'm not seeing a lot of questions tonight.
No, everyone's just kind of chilling.
Everyone's just listening to us just be. The thing is like we would still have these conversations in the van.
It's true. That's when people think your touring has so many crazy stories. I mean, I'm trying to think of stories even from MDD days and all of the years from touring, and it's like you either can't say it or it's just not that good of a story. That's kind of like two of the stories. There's so many stories, and it's like, oh, there'll be some aspect of it though, and I'm like, you can't tell that story. It just doesn't look. It's not good.
How many years need to pass though, before you could tell certain stories?
I don't know. There's just some that I don't know.
Because I think like 10 years is a good amount of time. I'm not saying that because like I think probably when do you think the height of the MDD stuff was?
Probably the Nickelback tour,
But what year was that?
2012, 2013.
Okay, so 2022, 2023. Floodgates are open for McMillan.
But for now,
Or
now.
or
I
2033.
mean, there's nothing like really horrible or anything, or like it's just some stuff I just like don't want to say. It's like stupid things, getting, people coming off our bus with drinks and the cops coming up and we're like, oh shit.
I like
Shoot.
this guy. Some can never be told.
Some can never be told.
Ain't that the truth?
It's true, ain't
either
that
you're
the
there or
truth?
you weren't.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say someone's phone may have died.
I think that's what happened.
Just from experience.
Because everything was all good, and then everything wasn't good.
And then it wasn't good. That's probably a message. Yeah.
My phone.
And my computer died.
Supposed to have it on mute.
That's okay. I'm trying to think of any other questions I want to ask you about photo shoots or video shoots.
We did a bunch of good video shoots. I mean, obviously, Porn Star Dancing was a pretty spectacular version of it. We did a bunch of videos that I don't think our fans in the U.S. can see. There's a video for Move Your Body that we did in Vancouver, and there's a video for Every Lie that we did in Toronto. And I don't... Can you guys, tell me that? Can you see that stuff on YouTube? I'm always curious what the U.S., what you guys see. Because,
see if they've got something.
Yeah.
It should still be fine
in
on.
Canada.
Oh, savage comment from Billy. He's a guitarist, no loss. Long live bass.
That's right.
Well, it is Brendan's evening here. Oh, Cindy asks a question. Dream destination for future photo shoot. Where's your dream destination?
Lost
that
City
you
of
can
Petra.
shoehorn a vacation into. What'd you say?
Lost City, the city of Petra.
Where's that?
You know where that is?
No.
It's in the middle. It's in the Middle East, so probably can't go there. Just period.
Might be a
it's
minute.
a city. You go through. It's like carved into the side of cliffs, into these
Okay.
caves. It's pretty awesome. It'd be pretty epic.
That sounds pretty rad.
Probably can't go there though. It's in Lebanon or something. Jordan. I think it's Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we could. I don't know if we'll get there.
I'm gonna be boring with my answer. I'm gonna say Palm Springs, California, because then we can go and do the
You just wanna
golfing.
go to-
The golfing photo
you
shoot.
go-
Because they got
Have you
golf
ever
courses
had a
there.
flight into? You ever flew into Palm Springs?
Yes.
The airport is outdoor.
Yes. No, when we were going there, lovely wife and I, we were there,
you guys
and
just
then
went there.
we went there last year, and we walked outside, and it was like the indoor airport was like good. The outdoor part of the airport was like broil. It was super, and then yeah,
As
it
soon
was
as you get
super
off the
hot.
plane.
500 degrees or Fahrenheit. It was super hot, like outside, and then we had to go to where the rental car area was and stuff like that. And they had these metal chairs sitting outside, and like these silver metal chairs. And all I was thinking is like, how hot are they? And like, could you actually sit in it? Or would you instantly burn your backside if you sat down on these chairs? Because it was insane how hot it was outside. And I remember too with the rental car and stuff, like getting into it and everything's covered. And then we made one quick stop before going to the Airbnb, and getting back into the car, like I couldn't touch the steering wheel because it was so hot. And I was like, how do people live here? How did anyone build anything here? It's ridiculous. And then you go to Trader Joe's or something, you see people walking around in pants, and you're like, what the locals are crazy. Yeah, you have pants on. If I could just, not to try to hide my shame, but if I could just wear a hat and sunglasses, I would probably be doing that, and some flip flops. I would just live. But it's it was so hot.
Yeah.
It was so hot.
It's Jordan.
Yeah.
That's where Petra is. It'd be hot there too. That's
Sweet
like
rock.
cooking eggs on the rocks.
So yeah, I'd be going there for the golfing photo shoot. I think it'd be fun. Oh, I like this question too. It'd be better to headline your own tour or support a Legends tour. Support.
I agree.
Supporting tours it's good for bands in our position. Like it
Supporting
just makes
Nickelback on their arena tour was a-okay with me.
Yeah, Brandon, would you rather headline or support Nickelback play arenas?
Well, we would go on that tour, and then to hustle more, we'd get gigs in between on the days off, and play our own like headlining gigs, and we'd be like, man, this sucks. We go on the Nickelback tour. The catering would be amazing. You have like surf and turf every day, which is kind of not good. But you could have it was amazing. You just got a hockey dressing room for your right hockey.
Yeah. Sorry, Lauren was saying give people weird looks for
pants in Florida all the time. Yes, I am one of those people that you are giving weird looks to.
Pants in Florida is a good punk band name.
Pants in
Florida. Or a ska band name.
I go to Florida and I wear shorts every second that I possibly can, and all the locals are looking crazy.
Yes.
Petra is pretty much Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
It used to be the Lost City, but now you can go there.
Oh, this is good too. Punch bowls of pickles for B. If B ever had a solo record, I think that would be in the running for title.
Punch
bowls of pickles.
I don't know. It's a little close to what's the Primus album?
Tales from the Punch Bowl.
Tales from the Punch Bowl.
They let that slide. It'd be fine.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Ah, it's bass." That's how Les Claypool talks. Apparently.
I already have my house. I'm fine.
Oh, that's where Lauren heard us. The first time I met and saw MDD was during the Nickelback tour at the Philadelphia stop. Awesome show. It was fun. Probably was at the start, and it was about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. That's what we got. Because it was first of 4, 20 minutes.
Just ran out there and just blasted them. How many songs was it? 20 minutes. How many tunes did you guys play? The first couple nights we did 4, and then we were like, hey, we have to get 3
one more song in here. So we did 5.
You rushed for 5.
We did 5, but it was just like. But
that's what it was always like with Age of Days, because like we would have a half an hour and we would just ram 6 songs into it. And it's funny because you're like, a song's like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes maybe. So you're just like, okay, time math, we should have. It's always like one song always takes 5 minutes.
We tried to do 6, and it's not good. Those stage managers for those shows, you do not want to be late.
No.
Like even 30 seconds, you don't want to be late, and the 6 and 20 minutes was pushing it. So
yeah, no, that's insane. That's like you cut part of the song off.
I think we did.
You just bail at the bridge and just like, all right, everyone.
And we did something where we like made it so it was just like seamless into the next song, and we couldn't. There couldn't be like even 10 seconds of leeway or anything like that. So yeah, I miss those days when it was just 2 giant carts that had all the amps on it and everything. So you just walk up and plug each side in and just push them up, and it's kind of like, all right, hook your instrument in, and your amp's just sort of in this cart. It's like awesome.
Not against that, to be honest.
Yeah, you just make them so they go up any ramp. Done.
Yep.
Done.
That's the stuff, and then it's done.
What hotel is good to stay at? I would like to go there. I think that's for you, Mike.
That's a whole other episode about hotel reviews.
Actually,
all I know is Hampton Inns are pretty safe.
Near Palm Springs, or it's around there. There's in California, it's that big field of the windmills. That'd be an awesome photo shoot, even though it's so cliche. You know what I mean? Where they have that valley where it's just windmills forever. Windmills forever.
Just thinking, Brendan. Just looking at the time here. We've had a lot of friends hanging out. You got any music you're gonna play us out with, or I know
I'll play something. I don't know. I'll do something.
Just make some. So I think we covered a lot. We wanted to chat about the photo shoots, and that turned into video shoots, and then turned into Macaulay Culkin starring in the remake of Home Alone. So hopefully everything comes together.
Jello. You just scream whatever you forgot, kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play something. I'm gonna take us out with some music.
I'll say the outro while you're getting warmed up there. You can start going. I'll say the outro over top of it.
Are
you gonna say it?
Shot. Like,
Okay.
follow us on Facebook. Go to YouTube. Smash the subscribe button. Give us a sub. Smack it. Slap it.
Because we might be moving. So we might be
Slap
moving
it
over
like
to
that.
YouTube in October anyways. So definitely smash
Yeah,
that
since we
subscribe
can't have any
button.
music, let's go somewhere where we can have music. I'm sorry, Zuck. We love Facebook too, as long as you
We
love
do.
music. No, but we'll leave. So slap that button, like all our stuff. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Go on Instagram. Go on Twitter. Yeah, go on Twitter.
Appreciate it.
Who goes on Twitter a lot?
Yeah, smash that follow button on Twitter.
Smash the follow button. Smash all of the buttons in Spotify too. Let's
Yeah,
all that
smash
stuff.
the follow button on Spotify. Yeah, pretty much anywhere there's a button that can get smashed, just go ahead.
Just smash it. Just
Follow,
reading my
like,
comments
subscribe,
there.
smash them all. They all get smashed.
Okay,
All right.
so do all that stuff. I'll get better at it. It's a work in progress. We'll get that.
All right.
I'll
No,
get
that was
full
good. That was
speed.
pretty good. I give it. There's room for
Yeah,
improvement, but I give it 9.5 out of 10. Just saying.
In the fact that it existed.
It
Great.
was good. Most of life just showing up. With that, I head out.
Okay. See you
Bees
later.
playing you out.
Yeah. Play out some music. I don't know. The pandemic's left us lots of time to go over old music, stuff we used to play a lot. I'm going over lots of school stuff. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.